As I stated in last Friday's video, I'm going to be reviewing each of the MCU films. I'm John Barry, and today I am reviewing Iron Man. So Iron Man is the first installment of the MCU. It was released in the US on May 2nd, 2008. I have a note sheet here for all that stuff. Let me actually put it up on the side so I don't have to hold it. So it was directed by Jon Favreau. It actually amazes me how many MCU films Jon Favreau was involved with, because I just know him from Star Wars The Mandalorian. And of course it has a number of screenwriters too. And so Mark Fergus, Hawk Ostby, and Art Macron and Matt Holloway. So these are a number of screenwriters. And of course it was produced by Avi Argod and Kevin Feige, he produced every MCU films, occasionally partnering up with somebody else for like one other film, like he did with Iron Man. I'm shortening that A and getting the wrong sound. But that's language. We don't need to discuss how sounds are formed on this channel. Well, you can if you want, but that's not what we're here for. We're talking about the film Iron Man. So this film kicks off the MCU, introduces us to Iron Man, and it also throws in our face the idea of superheroes having a secret identity. Because at the end of the film, Tony Stark lets everyone know that he is Iron Man. And of course, this film also is very much a story of transformation for Tony Stark. He goes from basically this arrogant businessman, billionaire, or however much money he makes. Basically, he goes from self-indulgent to self-indulgent, but a better self-indulgent. Does that make sense? Because he is still very much self-indulgent. I don't think it's really until the end of until later in the MCU does he lose his self-indulgent aspect. His self-indulgent still does what he wants, but now what he wants to do is more altruistic. It's for the better. Basically, when he is kidnapped, he gets a dose of reality about how much harm he and his company is actually doing rather than good. Then he develops the Iron Man suit. Well, the first one he did it to escape his kidnappers, and the second one he did because, well, would you build a better suit now? So he's still kind of self-indulgent. And in the other Iron Man films and through the rest of the MCU, we do see him kind of learn to be a better person. Not just be on the right track, but actually to be a better person. Iron Man really does set this all up. And a lot of this is established for the characters Tony Stark. And then of course we get S.H.I.E.L.D. turning up. And I think that's really the first hint at a bigger universe outside of the character of Iron Man. And of course we got Agent Coulson, who appears in a lot of the MCU. Iron Man, Iron Man 2, Thor, the first, no, he's not in the first Avenger, what am I thinking? But the Avengers, and then of course we know he also appears in Captain Marvel too. And then he's also in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that much I know, even though I haven't watched the series yet. And so, I feel like he was in another one. Who knows what's jumping around my head. Sometimes these characters, but yeah, you can see he pops up in the film, and then of course we get Nick Fury at the end in the post-credit scene, and that's something all the MCU films have, post-credit scenes. I still don't know how I feel about, mid-post-credit scenes as a viewer, while they're neat in the MCU. I don't think I want Star Wars to do them, for example. But that's the crawl is what identifies Star Wars, but I think it's the post-credit scenes, the mid-credit scenes, that is what identifies Marvel. It's their hallmark. It's what they stamp on all their films. I know not every Star Wars film has done a crawl, but that kind of opening narration of a film that lets the viewer know what's going on, the setup of the film. All but Rogue One essentially did that in Star Wars. So, but that's kind of off topic, but every franchise does have something that sets it apart, and it's often established in the first film, and Iron Man does that for the MCU with its post-credit scene, which sets up future stories and all that. So more than just having a character that, you know, is a fictional, from a fictional governmental agency created for the universe, shows up out of the nowhere, just treated like it's common. So it is kind of funny how until the very end, Coulson is always, when he's talking about S.H.I.E.L.D., actually calls it by its proper name without the acronym. And then you go watch Captain Marvel where Nick Fury is calling it S.H.I.E.L.D. with Coulson there. So, what's the deal? It took them that long to shorten the acronym? Or was it until Iron Man that Coulson was like, no, I don't really need to be saying the acronym all the time. Who knows, but it's fun nevertheless. Another thing I just kind of want to touch on is I think the antagonist for Iron Man, which is basically Tony Stark's business partner in Stark Industries, I think some of the people he's selling weapons to, besides, you know, the people who kidnapped Tony, are probably Hydra, even though Hydra's infiltrated S.H.I.E.L.D. and Stark Industries is helping S.H.I.E.L.D. So of course they are. But the first MCU film I watched was Captain America: The First Avengers. I started with Captain America and then watched the rest that way. So what I see is these hints. I basically see the hints at Hydra all over the place, you know, like, that character might be selling that stuff to Hydra, or that character has Hydra contacts, you know, that kind of stuff. So it's more of this, the antagonist probably was selling some weapons to Hydra via S.H.I.E.L.D., but also probably to Hydra directly, too, in S.H.I.E.L.D. It's crazy complex, and, well, we'll talk about that in Captain America: The Winter Soldier. But this has been a review for Iron Man. If you have any thoughts on the film and like to add, please let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you. Also, if you haven't done so yet, please like the video, and feel free to follow me on social media, Facebook and Twitter. Links on the description, as are the links for my Discord server if you'd like to join. It's a great place to hang out and chat. Or my Patreon page if you would like to support this channel. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel, and feel free to check out either the video or the playlist on screen now. And as always, have a good day, a good night, wherever you are. Have a good one. Bye!